Just wait a second. All right. Well, welcome everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started, and those who are joining us later can just catch up. Watch it. Hi there, Kim. And Anna. All right. Well, we want to welcome you all to the first ever Double Team Coaches Call. It's very exciting. We're glad to have you all here. I just wanted to say that we know that this time of year can be a really slow time of year with our customers, and that's to be expected. People are kind of focused on Christmas and the busyness of the season, and I just really want to encourage you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this time to really get organized, going with everything, and so that I can hit the new year running hard, and I'm really excited about it. So Greg's going to take over and get us started.
This is being recorded, so if you missed something, you can go back and watch it afterwards. But in November, Lance started talking on the coaches page about the new year and what to do, and there were a lot of different ideas, and we were kind of thinking, because TD Nation was getting so big, it was approaching 900, it was getting hard for us to keep track of all of our people and to follow up with them. And there were a couple of things, it just seemed like people were getting lost. So we kind of were thinking of starting our own challenge group, and I talked to Lance about that, and Lance was 100% for it, thought it'd be a great idea. But then Lance started doing all the things that I wanted to do, and he had some great ideas too, and he put together this welcome site and all of these videos and everything. And after I saw everything that he put together, I thought, well, why on earth would we reinvent the wheel when he's got all this great stuff? So we are not starting our own group in January. We're just going to roll into the new TD Nation for 2015 that starts on January 12th. And so we're wanting to get you ready for that now, and everything you need to do in order to do that. So you know the link for the new group. I think I've added everyone to it and made you admins, and if you're not, it's her fault. But we want to go through what it's going to be like adding people to the group now. And hopefully you all know how to add somebody to the group when they've signed up as a customer of yours, and then you add them to the group. You guys have had scripts for that, but we've rewritten the scripts, and there is now on our coaches page, and Lance just uploaded the same thing that I wrote. He just took my script, and which is cool. But it's called Procedures for Adding New People. So you're going to go through that, and it's really simple. Once you add somebody to the group, we've got it scripted out, and you've got a first message that you're going to send, and it basically, and you need to customize it. You know them personally, you need to make changes, but you let them know that you've added them to the group, helping them reach their goals, and the first thing you need to do is go to the welcome website, the TD Nation welcome website. Watch the welcome video and scroll down and click on step 1, and it just walks them through that. So you're going to send them that message, but also included in that first message, because Lance is going to talk about small groups, and he talks about the Extreme Team and the Perfection Crew and the other groups like that. But we also are having our own small group for just our coaches and our team members. And it's the Double Team Fitness family. And we're going to be, Susan needs to update the cover art for that, because she said she would, but I need to talk to her. And if you're not added to that, we'll get you added to that so you can add your people to that small group. And then you're going to tell them that once you get through step 1, that they will message you and give you the password for step 1. So I want to jump to a really important step for you to help you out with this, and this is going to be your client tracker, and this is going to help you. It's in the Team Coaches Files tab, but I'm going to let you see my screen right now. But this is just an Excel document that I made. And when you add somebody, they show up as your customer. in your online office. You don't have to do this, but I would really recommend doing this. That you add in their customer ID number, that you put down, this is just if you add somebody who's not from North America, that you put down that they're from the UK, because that way, someday in the future, if we launch into the UK, you can go to this spreadsheet, see all the people who you've added who don't have an account, and contact them. I have this little coach potential. If through the course of a challenge group I see them inspiring other people, I put a note here. And then when we come to the coaches call on the 8th week of a challenge group, you know who to contact. I always put down their goal, how much weight they want to lose. This is a big one. I put down their MyFitnessPal name, because then when they message me, and they have a question, I don't have to ask them, how do I find you on MyFitnessPal? I already got that information there. It shows that I'm really thinking about them and caring about them. But then you've got these messages here. This is the first message. You're going to write down the date that you send them that first script to walk through the first step. Because then if you don't hear back from them in a week, you need to follow up with them again. Hopefully they'll get back to you within a day. But if they don't get back to you in that day, or in a week, you need to follow up with them again. So they write back to you and they say, hey, great, I finished step 1, and I'm ready for, I get back to that. There we go. And I'm ready for step 2. So you'll copy and you'll give them the password for the step about nutrition, which is nutrition. Hopefully you can all remember that this password for nutrition is nutrition. If any of you message me and say, what's the password for step 2, I'm going to send you a phone. And you need to let them know, and it's in the script, this is the most important part of their journey. If they can't get their nutrition right, track their food, and be honest about what they're eating, then they can run 10 miles a day and they won't lose the weight, or they'll get stuck. So you're going to tell them about that, to listen to the nutrition, and then tell them that they can go on to step 3, where they'll learn about Beachbody products and supplements, and some store brand supplements, because we always give people as much information as we can. It's not just about Beachbody. But I put in there, remind them that they don't have to buy something, but what I wrote, to be totally honest, for me, Shakeology and P90X3 helped me get results faster than I ever would have done on my own. So you send them that, let me know when you're ready to work on your nutrition plan, and don't forget to include your age, weight, and goal weight. So then you'll go into that Excel document and you will make sure that you put a date when you sent them the second message, so that if they don't respond to you in a week, you can get back to it. And then they'll reply to you and say, hey, great, cool information. I'm 50 years old. I weigh 280 pounds. And then you'll work out a goal from there for what their calories should be and what their macros should look like. And then we included a 4th message at some point to ask them about measurements and doing measurements, and it tells them how to do that. And then beyond that, you really just need to continue to follow up, to try every 1 or 2 weeks to contact them to see how they're doing. To be honest, when I'm going to the bathroom in the morning, I go through my MyFitnessPal screen on my phone, because everybody's posting their weights in the morning. So I go through there and I try to make a note if I see anybody who's lost weight, so that I can contact them and congratulate them or comment on it. And so now every time I comment on your weight loss, you're going to go, Greg's pooping. Awesome. Hey, that's cool. Everybody poops. So that's what you need to be doing when you're adding people and keeping track of things, so that you can show them that you care about them, that you're really out for their best interest. And hopefully we've given them enough information and help that when we tell them about a Beachbody product, we're not just selling them. We've given them everything we can, and we're saying this is what works for best for me. You can try it if you want. You don't have to. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is how to reach new people and make new contacts. This is really important. If you've done the Getting Started Right training or you're in the middle of it, you're going to get to the 3 vital behaviors. This is something that every coach should be doing. The first is being a product of the product. You drink your Shakeology and you get your workout in every day. If you are doing that, people are going to see you change, and they're going to say, hey, look, Kim's losing weight. She looks awesome. What are you doing? They're going to see that you are a product of the product, and they're going to ask you about it. The second thing is that you invite. Every opportunity you can, you're trying to get somebody into the challenge group. And then the third thing is that you're working on personal development. Being part of this coach's call is personal development, the Getting Started Right training, Wayne's training. When I post a video like I did today about the Power of 3, Annie Reed did that. And then I spent another half hour watching Annie Reed's videos because she's got great ideas, and just things like that are really, really good. So you want to be able to reach as many people as you can. You do that through Facebook, the contacts that you already have, not being afraid to make new friends on Facebooks. Kim, tell them what you've been doing with Facebook groups.
So I started the mentorship training in November, and one of the great ideas that I got out of that was to start joining some Facebook groups and to see about making contacts that way. And I've actually been really, really successful with that. One of the groups that I joined was a local moms group. It helps that I'm a doula because I can contribute on the page with my knowledge about doula things. But people were posting about workouts, and I was able to make some contacts that way. So joining different Facebook groups, just things that you're interested in, can be a great way to meet people, make contacts, chat it up, become friends, and then they're going to see your posts.
Yeah, and they're going to see your posts. When you post on Facebook, it's got to be you are selling yourself, who you are. People don't want to follow somebody who's negative all the time, who complains all the time, who argues about politics all the time. They want to see somebody who's happy, who's real. Maybe you're getting through a struggle, who is living a life that people want to live, being healthy, being fit. So you really want to try to focus your posts about that. If you are active on Twitter, use Twitter that way. Use Instagram that way. If you are active in MyFitnessPal and the boards, that's a great way to meet people as well. Just know that on MyFitnessPal, you cannot on the boards say join my group, try my product, because that will get you flagged, and then you can end up getting your account suspended for a couple weeks and even banned from it. You can't say message me for details. You can say add me as a friend, and then when they add you as a friend, you can start private messaging them. So that's just a warning about MyFitnessPal. So then in our coaches files tab, I put a link there about the Power of 3, Annie Reed's video. I really encourage you to listen to that about the simple things that she does and has her coaches do every day to reach out to new people, to connect with the people that she knows, and to just build those relationships. And if you do that, you'll start to roll in this. You'll start to gain momentum doing those little things every single day. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say that another great thing to do that Greg and I have had really good success with is like on MyFitnessPal and even on your Facebook. If you have before and after pictures, make that your icon, and that can be really helpful in getting people tweaking their interests.
Okay, the next thing I wanted to cover, I had posted about this, but you guys are independent team Beachbody coaches. This is your business. You don't have to do what I say. I am just presenting to you what has worked for me, and I've learned it from Lance, who has learned it from Wayne, and sometimes Lance adapts and does things a little different, and I might. So you don't have to do anything that we are suggesting. And it's not like I'm depending on you or counting on you to do these things. So you're going to be setting your own goals. And if your goal is you just want to help people, then help people. If you want to get a discount on product, that's cool. If you want to get your product paid for, that's great. If you want to make a little extra spending money every month, that's great. But you're going to work on your goals, what you want to get out of this. And the first thing that you need to do is Lance's Getting Started Right training, which I think all of you have done or are in, which is good. When you are done that, you need to do, if you want to, but the next step would be to do Wayne's 60-day coaching challenge, which will start on January the 7th, it looks like.
First Monday.
6th, the first Monday in January. And then when you get into the 60-day coaching challenge, early on he's going to ask you about goals, and you'll have to post about your goals. When you do that, share those goals with Kim or I, because then we are going to start working with you on refining that goal, making it clear, making it measurable, and then setting some real specific action plans for you to do to reach those goals. When Kim and I started, our goal was to get our Shakeology paid for, and in 2 months, Kim did it in 2, I did it in 2.5. We had that done. Our next goal was to go Emerald, and a month after, I think Kim did that in 2 months. It took me 3 months to do that. And if you want to get your product paid for and become Emerald, I honestly believe that if you do the power of threes, if you do what Lance's training says, and you do what the Wayne's coaches challenge says, and you're able to put an hour to 2 hours every day into this, that in 2 to 3 months you'll get there. You'll be getting all your Beachbody products for free. You'll be Emerald, and you'll start getting customer leads. And we want to help you do that, and we're going to help you do that. And I'm not going to try to set goals for you, but when you set a goal, I'm going to try to help you get there. And Lance will try to help you get there. And because it's in his interest for me to do well, for Kim to do well, and for you to do well. So Lance will help you with that as well. Someone had asked about your spouse as a coach, and that can be a really good thing, because you want to go Emerald, and to become Emerald you need 2 personally sponsored coaches, 1 on each leg. So once you get your product paid for, you got 3 HD orders, and you're ready to get another coach, then yeah, it makes sense to sign your spouse up as a coach, because then you've got the person you're sponsoring on one leg as your coach, and immediately your spouse as a coach. You now have 2 coaches. You're now Emerald. You're getting customer leads. You qualify for SC leads if you can make the Success Club. So that's how it would work. So don't go out and sign your spouse up right away, but when you're ready to go Emerald, then you can use your spouse for that. Kim mentioned at the beginning that that this is a slow time of the year, and it is. If you listened to the National Wake Up Call this morning, Carl Deichler said that it is the slowest time of the year, and it doesn't start to pick up. He actually said December 21st, because people are mostly done with their office parties and their Christmas parties, and they only have Christmas Day to get through, and they're starting to think about what I need to do to get fit in the new year. And January and February for the fitness industry is huge. And we are really uniquely positioned to help people better than anyone else, because people can go to the gym, but they don't have somebody who's going to check in on them, that's going to help them with their nutrition, that's going to show them a program that is scientifically proven to work, like Beachbody programs are. You can go to the gym and monkey around with all the weights there, but if you don't know what you're doing and you're not working in the right order, the right routine, resting the right muscle groups at the same time,
eating the right things,
eating the right things, And what Carl shared this morning in the wake-up call, and I encourage you to go back and listen to it if you hadn't, but he was talking about surfing. And when people surf, they lay on the board, they go out, and they don't just sit there and wait for the wave to pick them up. When the wave is coming, they have to be paddling. And the bigger the wave is, the harder they have to paddle so they can catch that wave. And if they're not doing the work, they're not going to catch that wave. And we've got this huge wave that's coming in January and February, and that's why we need to be working hard right now, contacting people, inviting people, letting them know. When you post on your Facebook page that you did your workout, or it's just a picture of you, your before and after picture, and you're not trying to sell anything, you're not saying buy this, you're not saying do this, they're just seeing that you're doing something, and they're remembering that. So when they wake up on December 26th and they just feel cruddy and they think, what am I going to do about this? They're going to go, oh, Susan's really been different lately. She's been making some changes. I'm going to ask her about it. I've seen her posting about Shakeology. I've seen her posting about getting her workout in. I'm going to ask her about it. And then you've got that open door to invite people to the challenge group. So that's what we want to encourage you to do. When you invite people to the challenge group and they're like, oh, a Beachbody account, you can add them to the challenge group for 1 week on a trial basis if that's a sticking point for them. And then at the end of that week, if they don't want to sign up for the free account, then you do have to remove them from the group. But you can add them. The other thing with Lance's welcome site, he's doing those coaches' bio pages. And if you're a brand new coach, I don't know that you want to put the $30 out to get that coaching page. But at some point, if you get in the position, it's a steal.
Deal. Yeah.
Kim and I spent almost $200 on our website, and that was cheap because I did all the work myself. That was just the hosting and the domain name and the website builder. And a lot of people don't have the time, energy, or ability to do that. And the landing pages that David Jeffries are going to make for you guys, if you're ready to do that, are totally worth it. And he'll put on there links to your Facebook page, if you have a Facebook like page, if you have a website, your email address so they can contact you, and it'll say sign up with as a coach, and it will be your custom link to sign up with you. When people go to the welcome page, everybody who's getting added, they can't scroll through and see all the coaches. They can only see your coaching page that you give them. So you don't have to worry about somebody getting on and saying, oh, wait a minute, it looks like this person's had a better transformation than this person. I want Lance to be my coach. They're not going to be able to see that, so it's totally worth doing it that way. So that's all the information I had, and now, do you have any questions?
I just actually had one other thing. I think most of you probably already know this, but Greg and I are coaching as a team, and so we are both available to all of you at any time. No matter who you signed up under, it's a team effort here, so we're both here for all of you. Any questions?
Everybody's muted, or did I mute everybody?
Click on them.
I think we all muted ourselves.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody? Artavia's on there. Hi, Artavia.
Hi, Artavia.
You guys don't have any questions or anything you want to say?
Well, I'll talk because I like to talk.
Really?
Okay, because sorry, what?
You like my Team Beachbody shirt? I wore it.
I do. I saw your little flag on the wall too. It's awesome.
Team Beachbody flag, yeah.
Yes, amazing. Actually, I was thinking about the whole, adding your spouse on as a coach thing. Yeah. But then the part that stopped me, obviously, if I did that, I wouldn't do it until I have one coach already on board.
Right.
But then, of course, if Matt does join up, then of course I'm going to end up paying his $14 a month to be the coach, and then plus he'll have to have the 90 personal volume points every single month as well, just continue to stay an active coach, correct? Like he'll.
It's 50. It's 50, but
it's 50,
yeah,
okay.
So that is, you got to weigh out there. You want to get your product paid. So what we did, Kim signed up as a coach, and she got her product paid for, and that was cool. She was getting it for free. And then she signed up somebody as a coach. I think it was James or Jessica. I think it was James. And then she signed up me as a coach. She had all her product paid for and her fees paid for, and then I was starting over from the same position, and then we were working to get my stuff paid for. So yeah, if you do that, you can wait another month until you get a little bit more in to do it that way. That's just how you want to do it. And
Right.
we were working really hard together, and that's why we did it that way.
Well, and so the benefit is then because what I did is I transferred some of my HD orders over to Greg. That way, even if he hadn't had the Shakeology, he still would have had PV points from the Shakeology orders. Plus, we both get PV points, but then also I still technically get the commission because any commission that he gets goes into our bank account. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. What was I was thinking of something while you're talking. Now I can't think. I don't know. Okay.
Okay, so when I became a coach, Kim transferred most of her HD orders to me. Now I'm getting those commissions, and I'm getting the volume, and the coach on her other leg was getting the volume, so now she started to cycle.
Okay, that's where my question is now. Now I remember. So let's say I did sign Matt up then, and I transferred some HDs over to him. If those members of mine now log in, does it say that he's their coach instead of myself?
It will say that he's their coach.
Okay, so then basically I just, hang on, I gotta go with my dogs and they're barking like crazy. So basically I just have to warn them and basically say that some, guy you don't know is now your coach. But I'll still be here.
Yeah, that has not been a problem because the way we actually bill it to people is that you're getting, it's a 2-for-1. You're getting 2 coaches out of it. Everybody I transferred over, I said basically, I'm still your coach. This just works better for us to do it this way, and nobody's happy.
And that works well because both of you guys are actually involved. I don't see Matt coming involved at all.
And if you and those who are new won't see it, but when you look in your online office, it says your personally sponsored coach, and then it says your diamond coach and your star diamond coach. Yeah. And right now, Alan is your diamond coach, but before Alan became diamond, it said Renee.
Yes.
It's his wife. Renee has never done anything with Beachbody. She is just he made her a coach and put her under him, and then put people under her. But all along, Lance was still acting as their coach, and he just built her side of the business for her. He did all the work.
Now, of course, if you're adding your spouse who isn't going to be active, you'd want to put them on your strong leg. And then would it be more beneficial to be adding new members under that person rather than under yourself, or would it make a difference?
If you're adding a spouse who's not going to be active, you do want to put them on your strong leg, so that, because they'll never be adding someone themselves, so you want all the coaches above you to be adding underneath your spouse. Yes.
Yes.
Whereas I was going to be active, so Kim added me on her weak leg.
Which now generates more volume points than my
strong
leg. But that's because my hubby's awesome, so.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm just curious, when I look on my Beachbody coach account, it says that I'm inactive. What does that mean?
Who said that?
Karen.
I did.
Okay. It says that you're inactive, huh?
When did she sign up?
When did you sign up again?
About, I just got my stuff, so it was about a week ago.
I thought you were active. It takes until Thursday to show up that you're active. Um, so maybe that was the issue. Is it still showing that today that you're inactive?
Yeah.
Hmm. Uh,
Did you order something other than just pay the fee to become a coach? Like, did you order a challenge pack?
Yes.
Okay.
I should have gone somewhere else. I'm just looking.
Yeah. Look, your downline.
Yeah, there we go.
Hang on, we're checking.
Check. Is it this here? This here? Nope, wrong one. No, you're active. I don't know why it's showing you as. Let me.
Huh.
Let's see. Where is it?
They're just messing with me.
I'll show you. I'll show you. You see, you're right there in your blue.
Yeah.
That means you're active.
Okay.
You'd be
And
gray
see,
if you weren't.
right here it says you're active. So you're active.
Okay. It just shows on my page that I'm inactive.
It shows right here under your status. It says inactive.
Yes.
That's weird. What you can do is do a live chat with Coach Relations. If you go down to the bottom and click on Contact Us,
Oh, okay.
and then request a live chat, and it's just like instant messaging with Coach Relations. You can say that you're not showing up as active, but your sponsoring coach says that you are active, and they'll tell you whether you're active or not. Which you are active because you have your volume points because you got a challenge pack, your Shakeology. You paid up to date and everything, so I don't know why it's saying you're not active.
Right. They forgot.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes there's some delays there. Sometimes, like sometimes my SC points don't show up for 2 or 3 or 4 days. It's weird sometimes, but that happens occasionally.
I have another question too.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I've been like talking to people, a lot of people actually, on MyFitnessPal mainly, and I'm not sure how to transition them over. I mean, it's like I get stuck, you know. I start talking to them and building relationships, and then it's like, okay, now what do I do? And that's where I kind of freeze.
Okay. So we've also got in the files section, there's a document called Common Scripts.
Uh-huh.
And it's got, when you use any of these documents, make sure you read something before you copy and send it, because if you use a link that I made and it has my coach's ID, I'm going to get credit for it. So make sure you change the coach's IDs.
Oh, I already did all that.
Okay. But there's at some point there's a heading on page 3, invite a new team member to a challenge group. So you just need to make the swing in the conversation. If you've asked them about what they're doing, and they ask you about what you're doing, you just say, the thing that has helped me the most is this Facebook family that I met, where a bunch of coaches work together to help everybody meet their fitness goals, and they provide nutrition and exercise support. And there's hundreds of people in there cheering each other on, giving motivation. And it's absolutely free. And if you'd like to join us, I'd love to have you. And then you wait for them to respond. And usually they say, yes, I'd love to join it. And then you send them the next script, and you can modify it the way you want. To add them to the challenge group, you say it's a great group of people, but you have to have a free Beachbody coach. Keeps out the spammers and the lurkers, and here's how you do it. And you send them the link to sign up with you. You send them the link to your Facebook page so they can add you. And then you wait for them to respond. And something about that, there is no such thing as a forever no. and you need to learn to love the no's. It can be very frustrating because you feel like you're getting somewhere and they say no and they don't want to join, or no, they don't want to be a part of it. Sometimes they can get even nasty about it. On MyFitnessPal, I've had people get really rude with me. Just shake it off. But those no's turn into yes. And I have people who told me no in July who are now starting to ask me questions. You guys are up to monkey business, aren't you? Yeah, they're up to monkey business. Yeah, I can see it, and I know Susan. Anyway.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, but really, don't let the no's bother you. And you need to understand that for every 10 people that you try to make a contact with, you might only get one of them that you get to add to your contact list. And with those people, you might invite 10 people, and you might only get one who says yes. And then you start building a team, and you've got 10 people on your team, and you tell them about Shakeology, and you might only get one person who even shows a little bit of interest, but that's okay. And that's why it's important to do the vital behaviors every day, to be making those new contacts. Because if you want to help a bunch of people, you need to be inviting people. If you want to invite people, you need to be making new contacts. So every day you make as many contacts as you can, invite as many as you can, so you can help as many as you can. And eventually some of those people are going to turn around and want to buy something, and that helps you out as well.
Okay, yeah, because I got a pretty nasty comment from one girl that I tried to invite, and she was just like, yeah, so now I'm like, okay, what do I do with this person? I just kind of put her aside.
Yeah, just let it go. And that's all of my coaches I've talked to, the thing that's great about Lance's groups is that we will help anybody no matter what. There are a bunch of Beachbody coaches out there who will not help you if you won't buy something from them. And they really, they put us in a bad light, and we just need to understand that. And there are people who have tried to get help and have said, hey, I see you've lost a whole bunch of weight. What are you doing? And then the coach will say to them, I'm in this challenge group. You can come in if you spend $150 to buy this package from me. And they're like, what? What's that about?
Yeah, no.
So that's how some coaches act, and there are people out there then who really don't think well of Beachbody because of that.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. I'm actually working with a girl right now who said yes. I'm just waiting for a Facebook invite from her, and she's very heavy, and she's only eating 600 calories a day, and she's freaking me out. I'm like in tears over her.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't care if she buys anything. I just want her to get healthy.
Right. Good.
That's all I have.
Okay. Emily, how you doing?
I'm okay. I don't have any questions. Just listening.
Okay. Everybody else is good?
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Does it matter what type of heart rate monitor you buy, or do they vary?
Hey, the heart rate monitors, they're all going to give a little bit of a discrepancy, and that's cool. I got a heart rate monitor because I wanted to kind of see if I was giving all that I had, but I really stopped using it for the most part. Just when you work out, give everything you've got, and if you give everything you've got, then you've given everything you got, and it doesn't matter what the number on the heart rate monitor says. I'd rather see you spend the $50 on something else than buying a heart rate monitor. Save the $50 or $40 or whatever.
Can I say something?
No. Because I think you did something bad.
No, it's not. First of all, I see something Canadian flag behind you, and I want to know what that is, but it's actually about the heart rate monitors. Okay, so ever since I received my Armor 39, so the Performance Unisex Chest Strap, as I like to call it, I've noticed that that's awesome. Hey.
Like that?
I've noticed that I actually push myself harder in my workouts because
Uh-huh.
when I do my X3 every day, and I typically post every day on the X3 small group rather than on the main group, but I always will post my screenshot of how my workout was as well as my Swelfie. And I've noticed that since I've started using it, I am pushing myself harder in my workouts just because I'm kind of showing you guys how hard I was working. So.
And that's true, and I did that too for a while, and I would say, oh, last time I did this workout, I had 400 calories burned, and I'm close, so I'm going to push harder so I can get an extra 20. And if you want to do that, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, and I have a couple of other things. I do like using it when I'm running, so I know how many calories I burned, and I think it is nice for those days where, like on Thanksgiving, I wanted to burn more calories, be sure that I burned more calories, so I knew that was the one day that I ate back calories, and so I wanted to know that. So it can be helpful for things like that as well. And Daryl, your voice is much deeper than I expected.
Yes, it is.
Thanks. I think.
He's embarrassed. Are you blushing?
No, I actually did my workout before I got on the call, so
Buddy.
Hey, how's Max 30?
it's fun.
So what was your maxed out time?
10 minutes and 19 seconds.
Wow.
And were you doing any modifiers?
No.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Way to go.
And did you oh, if you didn't listen to the National Wake Up Call, there is a contest. When you do your Max 30 workout, you need to just get a piece of paper and write, I maxed out at 10:30 or whatever. Take a picture of yourself and post it on Facebook and make sure you hashtag it Max 30, something like that. Or I maxed out, yeah. If you hashtag it, then you get entered into a contest. They're giving money away, and they might use your picture. I'll repost that link so you guys can see it.
Okay, now what do you mean by that I maxed out at whatever?
Well, it's for the Insanity Max 30, and the whole idea about that is you just go as hard as you can, and you might need to stop and get your breath at 5 minutes and 10 seconds, and that's your max out time. And then you recover, and then you continue with the workout, and you're going to have to take more breaks. But the goal is every time you do it, you want to get to the 7-minute mark, and then the 7:30 mark, and most people will not be able to do, by the end of the program, they won't be able to do all 30 minutes. But that's just the idea behind it, is giving it all you've got for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Any more questions?
I'm good.
I have one. Will our new landing page change the way we invite people from MyFitnessPal?
That was a good question, because in the scripts that I made for inviting someone to from MyFitnessPal or wherever sign up, you can still give them that link, and it'll send you to teambeachbody.com to sign up with you as a coach. Or if you pay the $30 to get part of the landing page on the welcome page, when they sign up, it's still going to send them to the Team Beachbody thing. But the idea is that having that landing page that looks so professional, that is part of a bigger thing, it's going to give you instant credibility with people, and that's the idea behind that. So that's your choice. If you go for the TD Nation landing page, you can go for that, or you can just still send them to the Team Beachbody. They're going to end up at the Team Beachbody. They have to sign up there to have you as a coach, but that one page gives credibility to you.
Actually, one thing I have noticed, I originally, when I was adding new members, I was using just the regular site and tell them to go get a free membership. But if you send them to your personal coach page on Team Beachbody, it'll never like, you know how sometimes a different coach gets assigned to them because they go surfing on the site before signing up? If you send them to your own Beachbody coach site first, they actually will get added under you, and I've stopped having people being added under random coaches now.
Okay.
Just that's my personal experience with this so far.
I've never had that happen, so.
Oh, I was getting it, I would have to say probably, I don't know, 1 in 4, 1 in 5, 1 in 4 people were always added to somebody else, and they had to do the coach switch.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. Good info. Did somebody else say they had a question?
Okay, well, if that's it, we're going to get going because it's 10:10 here in Michigan. What's that in metric time, Ellie?
It's like 17:34, I think.
Okay, and you maxed out at 17:22. So I hope you guys all have a good night. You can watch this again if you need to. I'm going to post the link for the max out so Daryl can start hashtagging that and maybe win a prize or something. Yes, you need to hashtag it.
I don't like hashtags.
Come on.
I just don't like it.
Everyone likes to hashtag.
Oh, God.
Okay, have a good night, everyone.
Bye. Bye.